between the two talk, where you have dialogue and conversation between both male and female. The best of both worlds, okay? You get it all right here. I am Tony. I am the host of this episode.
I am Leonard, aka Fort Madison, and I'm your co-host, and
we have a guest.
Yep, I'm the special guest, KBZ.
Okay.
Man, so cool.
Okay,
so
you want to tell him a hangle or something? A hang? What do you call it? What?
A handle?
Handle!
I don't know what you're talking about.
You want to tell him a handle or something on Facebook? Look, I'm not on social media, y'all.
Nah, I'm good. If you don't know me, you don't know me.
Okay.
Well, I will, at Fort Madison, Fort_Madison on Instagram. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so today's topic, what men really think about sex on the first date. We need to know that, ladies. They be lying to us.
Before we jump into that, I got a special shout out to MVP Vodka. Let's get that. MVP Vodka. Shout out to my man TJ Glover for supplying us with the bottle of MVP Vodka. Right now, I'm drinking it. It's the lemon berry with some ginger beer. A little lemon berry mule. How about you? Why don't you get you a bottle?
Right. It's pretty smooth, guys. It's really smooth.
Oh, yeah. Now let's jump into it.
Okay. Let's go.
So, what do you think?
Okay. Question. This is a good one. What the heck prompts sex on the first date? Like, what can a guy say to me? Like, I just meet him, let's say I go out, I meet him wherever, and he's like, we're exchanging information. What prompts me to want to have sex with him? Like, he can't say something good enough for me to just strip all my clothes down.
Usually it's alcohol.
I get lit, all right? I have been lit a lot.
Yeah.
So I just can't imagine what a guy can say to me to where now we're heading home together.
Well, once you start drinking, your walls get broken down. They get broken down. And then, guys, we know what to say that's going to make you want us. So, that's what I say.
Okay.
Yeah, like he said,
Alcohol.
this right here is the number one factor.
Listen.
And sometimes it could just be the attraction, though.
Yeah, because they say, once you start drinking, people start looking more attractive. And I can attest to that, because there's some girls, when I start drinking, I'm like, okay, maybe. I'll tell you one story that I'm not really proud of, but we family, right? So, I probably shouldn't even say this, but I went to this Mexican restaurant just to have a drink after work, and then I didn't even realize it was trans night. So when I went, I was like, what the heck did I walk into? But I wanted some nachos, and I wanted some margaritas. So I started drinking, and by the end of the night, I was like, she cute. Wait. That's not a she. That's a he.
Right.
So that's what happens when you start drinking. It's like your wall, these things start looking better than they actually are.
Right. The lines start to get blurred.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get very, because I don't know what I was thinking, and I'm not proud of that moment.
You can get me liquored up enough to meet you at Waffle House after the club or whatever venue we went to. We can go to Waffle House, but we can't go to your house. And you're not coming to mine.
What if you really feeling them though?
Waffle House, we're sitting.
Waffle House?
Yeah.
I can't even
At Waffle House.
I can't even fit in the tables at Waffle House. I'm too
So
tall.
you never had sex on the first date?
We family.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you said
I have not ever had sex on the first date. This is what I can say. I've never met a guy in the club or at a venue that date. We've never had a phone conversation, never had any dialogue, met him at the club, and now we're sleeping together. I'm not saying to people that talked on the phone multiple times or, what is it now on
FaceTime.
FaceTime. I'm getting old, guys. FaceTime and all that. So you've already built some sort of chemistry or attraction to that person. I'm not saying that. I'm just like, at the club, girls are now walking up to guys, buying those guys drinks and asking them, what are you doing after the club?
Because I seem to always be buying the drinks. Actually, I feel like some of the women be hustling me, and I'm like, wait a second.
Hey, it happens.
But what's wrong with that though?
I mean, to me, that's just not ladylike.
I think it's very ladylike.
Me too.
I think now listen, he didn't work for anything. He's just hopping in your pants. You don't even know him. You don't even know him. You do not even know the guy, and you're just
but
like,
what if you want
I
him,
like
though?
your lips. What is attractive? I guess for me,
But what if you want him?
I guess my standards. I can't just be physically attracted to you and jump into bed with you. Sometimes I can be physically attracted to a guy, and that doesn't necessarily think or mean that he's gonna get my contact information.
Yeah.
I just think he's
He has
attractive.
to manipulate that mind.
Is that the older you or the younger you talking right now?
I've never in my life met a guy at the club and went home with him. Ever. Never.
I can say the same thing.
In my life.
With the girl, like not with the guy, but I can say the same thing. I've never had a one night stand.
Okay.
That just wasn't me growing up, though. I was a good kid.
Okay, so do you guys think it's bad for a woman to sleep, or do you think there's a difference in a man sleeping? Do you think it's acceptable for a man to sleep with a person or a female on the first date versus a woman sleeping with a guy on the first date? Or do you think it's equivalent? It's the same?
I think it's the same. Society says different, though.
Right.
You're labeled a hoe if you're a girl and you do that. But a guy, you're labeled the man. Like, straight up.
I used to go to the club with my girls, and I had some wild ones, okay? So we'd go to the club, we're heck up, just getting it in, hanging out, having the best time of our lives. And they would come to me and be like, hey, Tony, I'm gonna ride home with so-and-so. I'm like, who? You don't even know his name? Nope, and I don't even want him to know my name. I had girlfriends that were like, I don't even want him to know my name. I'm just about to smash, and that's it.
It's out there.
And you know what? If I had a good guy brother or cousin, I would not connect my brother or cousin to those guys. To those girls. Because those girls are loose and wild.
Yeah.
I don't want to call them a hoe, but I can't think of another term.
Can't trust them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, did you and your wife sleep together on the first date?
No. Actually, I don't know if it's weeks, maybe months. I think it was months into our relationship. It was a few months. It was her birthday. And it was her 21st birthday, too. And we went out, we got drinks, and we had a hotel room. Before we even had the date, I told her, doesn't matter what we drink or anything, we're not having sex on this date.
Why? Because
when you find that one, it's not about that.
Absolutely.
That all doesn't even matter.
Absolutely.
And she respected me more for that. But the boy wanted to, though.
Right.
Ooh.
So tell me how you really feel about a woman, about sleeping with a woman on the first date.
So, alright, I'm gonna cut in on that one because I understand where you're coming from. I've been
But
there.
I hear butt coming.
Yeah. And I did sleep with my wife now on the first date. Just to be honest, like these.
So you guys met at the club? Yeah, we're family. They don't tell our secrets.
No, we actually. I mean, it goes back to what you were saying earlier. We met on social media. Had a few conversations, and then I maybe a week or so went and picked her up and.
But see, you guys already had some communication.
You talking about strangers. Stranger danger type.
Well,
I'm telling you. But would you consider those girls to be? Would you consider those girls to be wifey? Like, do you respect those girls?
No.
No. So how can you respect something?
You don't even remember them.
You don't even remember them. How could you respect a female? And I want you guys to comment below because I'm really curious. How can a man respect a female that walks up to them, or not even walk up to them, but a girl that they can just meet right there and take them home? How do you take a lady like that serious?
You don't.
No. How can you?
But I want to know the other side of the story. Like, some of those girls and some of those guys, what is your perspective on it? Because we seem to agree.
So for me, if I met a guy that day and he asked to take me home, I'm going to feel very disrespected. I'm going to feel like that he sees me in a different light, in some sort of light that I'm not really, that's not me. So I'm not exuding the true Tony. So for me, if a guy asks me to come home, then you're being disrespectful. And for me, you just see me as a hoe, like a one night stand. You don't see me as a wife, which is what I am. So I would feel very disrespected.
So let me ask this. Have you ever met someone good at the club?
Good? What do you mean good?
Like someone that you didn't sleep with, but they a friend for life.
I have. I have too. I've met some pretty good friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, it started at the club or a bar or some social setting. It started there. I have good friends. Most of my friends started out trying to talk to me.
So I have a girl that I met at the club, and it was on a Halloween, so you know every girl's dressed in nothing.
Yeah.
And so I tried to spit at her, and the way she took it was like, it was like a block shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was something about her that just made her so different than everybody in the club. Like, she presented herself like a woman. And she was actually the one that came up and talked to me, now I think about it. But she presented herself as a woman, and to this day, I'm still good friends with her, and I respect her so much because she stood out from all the other girls because of the way she carried herself.
Okay, so let's say you meet two women at the same location, at a bar. You meet one, and you're equally attracted to both, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you meet a lady, and she's all in your ear, take me home now, and coming on to you and being very sexually aroused and, you know, just extra with it,
Yeah.
right? And then you meet another woman that's, no, here's my number, call me tomorrow. It's too late. She's demanding respect from the jump. Okay, which one do you respect the most? Are you respecting the lady that asked you to go home and smash, or are you more attracted to the person that's making you wait?
I gotta say that the one that's making me wait, like, I respect her.
Yeah.
And that's sexy to me. A girl that I respect, that's sexy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would respect the other one that wanted me to wait, but at the same time, at that moment, you gotta think, you know, where are you at in your head? What are you looking for? Because you might just want to just, you know, hey, okay,
Right.
I respect you, but hey.
Right.
He's
So,
trying to get the layup real quick, get
Right.
these 2 points,
Right.
and then next time down the court, he can hit that 3.
Right. Right.
It just depends on, you know, where you at in your life and at that moment.
Right.
So I have a funny story about that. I was at a bar one time, just by myself, drinking after work, you know, just by myself in the corner. This girl came up, and long story short, she said that she was from Australia. Her husband was in the Navy, and he brought her over here, and he doesn't give her no attention. And she had just came from hanging out with girls, drinking, and she just wanted to drink more.
So she was ready.
She was ready. Very ready, to the point to where we talked, whatever. I entertained it. It's fun. And then when we were leaving, I was like, all right, I gotta go. At that point, she decided to leave. And it's a white girl too. And so we walk out together, and I'm like trying to get rid of this girl now, because I gotta go home. And outside, I see a group of guys, and I knew one of them from high school, and I ain't seen them. So I started talking with them. It's like a circle, and I'm like, yeah, well, I gotta go. She was still involved in conversation, so I started creeping off. And I get to my truck, and I turn around, she's right there. And she's like, can you please take me home? Not to my house. She wanted me to drive her to her house. And she was willing to do anything for this ride. And I'm like, this isn't good.
Right.
Because I'm a married man. And I'm like, I do not need this trouble in my life.
Absolutely.
So, long story short, I decided not to. But I did get her number. I will say that. I did get her number. And when I got home, I thought about her, and I was like, I wonder what happened to her. So I texted her. She didn't reply back. The next day, she said that she had to walk home, which took her an hour and a half.
How did she get there?
I don't know. She had to walk home, and when she responded back, I was like, thank God. Because if you look at the cameras, she left. This white lady left with a black man. And if she would have came up missing, I would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm just thankful that she made it home. But that's the last time I talked to her. I was like, nah, she is trouble.
Right. That's mind blowing and boggling. How can a female approach a guy for sex? Like, don't get it twisted.
I mean, have you seen me?
Like, don't get it twisted. I am heavily attracted to some guys that I come in contact with, but I am just not that desperate.
Yeah.
To
Desperation
say
is
I
not
need
sexy.
you right now.
Who's to say it's
now.
desperate though?
For me, that is desperate. Either desperate, you don't have any values. It's something derogatory. It's something you don't have values, no self-esteem.
What if she's just not happy at home?
Yeah.
Well, why can't
that
you?
That could be a lot of the issue.
Right.
And they just want that, little moment to themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get away, clear their head, and come back home and.
Or maybe-
So now you want to be a cheater.
Maybe she loves her husband, but her husband works all the time.
Yeah.
Not giving her attention.
Truck driver.
Okay, so that's
And she
infidelity and adultery,
Yeah, well.
which is a sin.
She still wants it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a sin. So they're all derogatory. You hear me? You hear me? Have some goddamn. Okay, so anyway, I'm not.
Yeah.
She about to get on her
I'm about to
soapbox.
go off. I am. So, can first night sex lead to a genuine relationship? And I know you're married to your kind of not really, because it's not really fitting.
Yeah, because we didn't actually just start off like
Yeah,
this,
it's
but
not
the
fitting.
first date was. But I mean,
It's not
I guess
within the
it
context.
It depends on the two people, really. It's not traditional. To do that and then you end up with that same person, but it can happen.
Yeah.
I believe it can happen too. I mean, when y'all meet each other, you both might be in a bad headspace, or just not even care. But that doesn't mean you two could stay friends and grow together.
Yeah.
And something blossom out of that.
Yeah. I believe it can grow into something, but I know it's for me. I know my guys feel very confident in the fact that it's hard to get my girl. Because I know what I went through. I had to do A, B, C, D, and then it happened. So I can send my girl out with her girls and she get pissed and sloppy, whatever. I know you can't just take my girl home. And I feel very, very proud, for my guy to feel that way. And I know he would be proud of his girl, like, yo, can't just any dude walk up to my girl and get my girl. You have to work for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to work for that.
Absolutely.
And so I'm proud of that. Have always been like that. Yeah. Okay?
That's a good thing.
Yes, I've always been like that. I've never met a guy at a club and he took me home. Now, maybe a couple, 2, 3 phone calls, but it wasn't the same night, all right? That's neither here nor there, all right? Okay, so let's wrap this up. I think that was good. How about some advice for the ladies that just go home first date, buy a guy a drink, I want to sleep with you. How about let's give those ladies some advice?
Hey, we like you, but we don't love you.
Yeah.
Woo! So that's not like you just don't look at him as wifey material.
Nah, it's fun.
You a
for
fun
that
girl.
night, and then, on to the next one.
You're a fun girl. So for me, if you don't want to be a fun girl and you want to be taken seriously, then you have to take yourself seriously. How are you asking somebody to take me serious? I'm a wife and you're not acting like one. You can't act like a hoe, but then tell somebody to respect you as a wife.
Yeah.
Act as one.
You gotta work.
You
for
have
it.
to be
Make us
who you
work.
want to be. You have to, step in that moment. You have to exude. Actually, we exude what's on the inside.
Yeah.
So if you a hoe, you can't tell a person you're a wife. No, you's a hoe. Okay? Okay? Get better standards.
Hey. Well, hey.
How about you?
What do you think, man?
Oh, I just tell them to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just slow down. Slow down. Get your grown woman home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
That is what it is, right?
Well, I think that was some good advice, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what you think. Drop everything you think down in the comments. Let us know what you think.
Comment, and
like,
share.
comment, follow, and share.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right?
Follow, too.
Yeah.
Because I want to see you next time.
Next time, all right?
Hey.
Peace.